Hello, welcome to the beginning of Unit 8, Polygons. We're going to start off with a couple skills that are just going to get us familiar with what polygons are, how to name them, and how to draw them. So this is 8.1, naming and drawing polygons. So first of all, what is a polygon? I think we've all heard that word before, but we have to be a little bit careful with polygons because it is a pretty specific term. So what a polygon is it is a closed figure with straight sides. And if you follow that definition, we can come up with a couple of examples of what a polygon is and what a polygon is not. So, yes, polygon. Maybe a triangle. A triangle's polygon. It's closed, all of the sides are straight, so it works. Maybe like what would we call this? We'd call this a hexagon. We'll get to that later on. But if all of these are closed up, there we go. That's polygon. You could also have something that looks more like this. Maybe not what you would traditionally think of a polygon. Looks a little weird, looks a little different, but it fits the definition. It has straight sides and it is closed. Okay, so what is not a polygon would be like a circle or a semicircle because it has curved edges. It could be something that's not closed, so maybe it looks like that, and that's not a polygon. Or maybe it overlaps itself, so maybe it's like that shape there. That looks more like two polygons that kind of share a common vertex. So those are each examples of what's not a polygon. Okay, now polygons can be broken down into two different categories. A convex polygon is a polygon where all vertices point out. And I think a lot of times when we think of what a polygon is, we're kind of envisioning a convex polygon. So maybe like a pentagon, like a home plate in baseball. That side got a little weird there. I'm gonna try that again. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So that would be an example of a convex polygon, or even like a square. All of our vertices are pointing outward. These are our vertices. They are all on the outside of the shape. Okay, now concave polygon is where at least one vertex points in. Okay, a lot of people will like to remember this as it's caved in. Concave is caved in. That might help you remember that a little bit better. Okay, so a concave polygon might be something that looks like this. Okay, so this vertex right here is on the inside of our shape. It's pointed in. If you could kind of picture that as like a square or a rectangle, it's got like a dent in. So that vertex is inside, so therefore it is a concave polygon. All right, so moving on to names of polygons. Some of these you've heard before, some of you have not. This isn't going to be super exciting, but something that you need to have in your notes because something that we're going to refer to quite a bit. So create this little table, little chart in your notes, and then we're going to talk about what the proper names for each of the polygons that we're going to be talking about in this class are. So a three-sided polygon, if you wanted to draw a picture, we're not going to draw all of these because it's going to get pretty complicated. But a three-sided polygon is just a triangle. And a four-sided polygon, now we have to be a little careful. We can't just say rectangle, and we can't say square because they're not always going to be rectangles or squares. They could look very different. So they are quadrilaterals. Quad means four. Okay, five-sided polygon is a pentagon. Think about the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. If you know what that looks like, it's got five sides to it. Six sides is a hexagon. Seven sides is a heptagon. 8 sides, like an octopus, octagon. 9 sides is a nonagon. 10 sides is a decagon. And then after that, there are some more names. If you Googled, like, what do you call a 13-sided polygon? It would probably give you a name. But once we get to 10, we are not going to go any further with the names. These are the ones you need to remember to memorize. After that, we're just going to call a side with an unknown amount of sides. Anything after 10, we're just going to call that an n-gon. Okay, so a 17-gon would, or a 17-sided polynomial would just be a 17-gon. And a 102-sided polygon, you got it. We're just going to call it 102-gon. So this n stands for n equals any number of sides. All right. So just a quick little, I guess we could call this an example. This star is a what? What is the proper name for the star that you see on the screen there? Well, the first question is it concave or convex? And we're going to say that it's concave because each of these vertices are on the inside of the shape. They're kind of pointing in. These ones are on the outsides, but we do have at least one point that's on the inside, one vertex that's on the inside. So it's concave. And then we need to count the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different sides. Now, I don't know that they're all congruent. I kind of just am using those tick marks to count the sides. So it has 10 sides, so it is a decagon. So the proper name for that star, that particular star, is a concave decagon. All right, so that's going to be it for this lesson. You can go ahead and complete the 8.1 practice.